Your dictation will start in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
I rise to give my humble support to the Honorable Minister's Bill to give effect to the financial proposals of the central government for the financial year 2012-13 as passed by the Lok Sabha. It strains the common man's purse to the utmost limits and leaves him hardly any margin. But generally speaking, as a people, we have agreed to suffer and sacrifice for the sake of the nation's future. Its future, we all know, depends upon the success of the 12th 5-year plan, and recognizing this, we would ask that the government does not extend any quarter to any question of pruning the plan or lowering our targets in any direction. Whatever is necessary should be done to curtail our imports to the minimum, to increase our exports to the maximum, put an end to corruption, and curb all antisocial elements. If the people are asked to pay, they have certainly the right to ask of the government that they should see that every paisa they are going to pay is utilized carefully, creatively, and productively. One cannot, it is obvious, respond to all questions that the finance bill raises in one's mind. I would therefore be content to refer to a few points in respect of two ministries alone: the Ministry of Human Resource Development and the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. I don't see any of the representatives of these two ministries on the treasury benches, but I hope my comments and suggestions will be passed on to them. Firstly, I would take the Ministry of Human Resource Development. I know I would be told at the very outset that education is a transferred subject and the main responsibility lies with the states. But at the same time, it is not true that the center issues directives from time to time, and these directives go a long way in determining the policy and programs of the states in respect of education. How does it work? In recent years, it has been a very kind and generous practice of the central government through the University Grants Commission and also directly to offer matching grants to the states, and the states fall in line with the policy and programs of the central government. In respect of the reports of the commissions, the state governments have to fall in line. My first point is in respect of dearth of teachers. I know these are very humble things in which this house may not feel interested, but I would request their indulgence for a while. The other day, the Deputy Minister, Dr. Das, confessed that there is a great dearth of teachers in respect of scientific and technological institutions. I don't know if the ministry knows that there is an equal, if not greater, dearth of teachers not only in the colleges but also in the universities as well as in the schools. The teaching profession somehow or other has reached a stage in which better type of people are not attracted to the profession. Obviously, the lower scales of pay is the biggest reason, but there are other reasons besides. In the humanities side also, it is very difficult to find first class men. I don't know if the ministry is aware that not only in West Bengal but in the bigger states of Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra, as well as in some of the major universities of UP, there are many colleges where it has become extremely difficult to fill up vacancies. We go in for first class men. We can't get them in certain subjects. I am not talking of science in which first class men are not available at all. Even before the results are published, they are recruited by big businessmen and also by the government. The government and the big businessmen are indeed the stiffest competitors in this direction. In the humanities side, it is practically impossible to really get a first class man in economics or in English or in history or in political science. I know most of the colleges in Calcutta, and I would give you one example of the government college in West Bengal. There were 6 vacancies running for 1 full year, and they could not fill them because of dearth of teachers. I sometimes sit as expert in public service commissions, and I have seen that advertisements go on running for 3 or 4 months and there is hardly any response. In the schools also, there is a great dearth of teachers for more reasons than I can count. There is hardly any time. I believe the time has come when the Parliament and the Department of Education should give some thought to this aspect of the question. Full stop. Don't we realize for a moment that the very source is drying up? The other day, perhaps it slipped out to the tongue of the minister in the Ministry of Human Resource Development that they are not encouraging higher education.